Unit 2, Biological, Psychological, and Sociocultural Determinants of Gender Relations. Gender relations are complex phenomena, often influenced by a combination of biological, psychological, and sociocultural factors. These determinants interact dynamically, shaping the ways in which individuals perceive, perform, and negotiate their gender roles within society. Biological determinants often stem from the physiological differences between the sexes, primarily relating to reproductive and hormonal patterns. These differences can influence behaviors and, of course, the preferences of people. But it is essential to recognize that they don't rigidly dictate gender roles. For instance, hormonal variations during puberty contribute to secondary sexual characteristics, such as body hair and breast development, which often impact on how one is perceived with their gender. Neurobiological studies also suggest that brain deficiencies may contribute to gender-related behavior variations, but these findings are nuanced and not definitive. Psychological determinants highlight the role of cognition and individual identity in shaping gender relations. Social cognitive theory proposes that individuals learn gender behaviors through observation and imitation, gradually internalizing societal norms and expectations. When such really happens, then there is a real issue with gender identity. Gender identity is a deeply ingrained sense of being male or female, or non-binary. Also plays a pivotal role. For many, this identity aligns with their biological sex, but for others, it diverges, leading to gender dysphoria. Psychological studies explore how gender identity and self-concept intersect, influencing mental health and well-being. Sociocultural determinants encompass the broad societal and cultural norms that guide gender roles, expectations, and relations. These norms are often transmitted through family education, media, and social or religious institutions. Traditional gender roles can reinforce unequal power dynamics between the sexes, limiting opportunities and perpetuating stereotypes. Feminist theories critique these structures, emphasizing the need to challenge patriarchal systems and that perpetuate inequality. Gender socialization has to do with the process by which individuals learn their culture's gender norms and how it can result in either masculinity or femininity. And in this case, it's talking about the traits that they bear as being male or female, in which these are valued differently. The media and pop culture also contribute to shaping perceptions of gender. Advertising, movies, and social media often reinforce narrow, unrealistic ideals of beauty and behavior, which can impact body image and self-esteem. On the other hand, media can also be a tool for challenging traditional gender roles, highlighting diverse identities and experiences. Economic factors also intersect with gender relations. Women's participation in the workforce has increased significantly, challenging traditional roles. However, wide gaps and occupational segregation persist, reflecting societal beliefs about gender-appropriate professions and caregiving responsibilities. Intersectionality recognizes that gender relations are interconnected with other forms of identity and social stratification, such as race, class, and sexuality. These factors combine to create unique experiences of privilege or oppression, as the case may be. In conclusion, gender relations are influenced by a complex interplay of biological, psychological, sociocultural factors. While biological differences can contribute to variations in behavior, they do not solely determine gender roles. Psychological factors such as gender identity and cognitive processes play a crucial role in shaping individual experiences. Sociocultural norms transmitted through institutions and media reinforce traditional gender roles and power dynamics, but also opportunities for change. Recognizing these multifaceted determinants is essential for promoting more equitable, inclusive gender relations in society. Gender relations are multifaceted constructs influenced by a complex interplay of biological, psychological, and sociocultural determinants. While these factors are distinct, they often intertwine and interact, shaping ways in which individuals understand, express, and experience their gender identities within the societal context. Biological determinants stem from physiological differences between sexes, rooted in genetics, reproductive anatomy, and hormonal patterns. Chromosomal variations result in typical binary division between XY and XX individuals. Hormones such as testosterone and estrogen contribute to the development of primary, secondary sexual characteristics, impacting traits like body hair, muscle mass, and breast development. These physiological distinctions can influence behaviors and preferences to some extent. For instance, hormonal fluctuations during adolescence can contribute to mood changes and interest in sexual activity. However, it's crucial to note that biological determinants do not rigidly determine gender roles or behaviors, as those are also influenced by psychological and sociocultural factors. Psychological determinants play a significant role in shaping gender relations. Social cognitive theory posits, for instance, that individuals learn gender-related behaviors through observation and imitation of role models in their environment. As children, individuals internalize societal norms and expectations that are associated with their gender, leading to the development of gender schemas, cognitive frameworks that guide their understanding of what is considered appropriate behavior for their gender. These schemes influence self-concept and behavior throughout life. Gender identity is a deeply ingrained sense of one's own gender. Further shapes psychological experiences. For transgender individuals, the incongruence between their gender identity and assigned sex at birth result in gender dysphoria, highlighting the strong interplay between psychological and biological aspects of gender. Now, sociocultural determinants encompass the broader societal and cultural norms that dictate gender roles, expectations, and relations. These norms are transmitted through institutions such as family, religion, and the media. Families often reinforce gender roles from early childhood, encouraging appropriate behaviors in quote for boys and girls. Educational systems can perpetuate these roles by steering students towards certain aspects or subjects or activities based on their gender. Religious and cultural beliefs may prescribe specific behavior or gender roles, influencing concepts of masculinity and femininity. The media, including things like advertisements, movies, and social media, further contribute to shaping perceptions of gender. Advertisements often depict idealized beauty standards, reinforcing unrealistic body image ideals. However, media can also challenge these norms by showcasing diverse identities and experiences. Now, economic factors. These also intersect with gender relations. As more women participate in the workforce, traditional gender roles are being challenged. However, wage gaps and occupational segregation persist. So women often occupy lower paying positions and they face barriers in accessing leadership positions, reflecting deeply ingrained societal beliefs and gender-appropriate roles and responsibilities. Intersectionality recognizes that gender relations do not exist in isolation. The interconnectedness of gender with other aspects of identity, such as race, class, and sexuality, creates unique experiences for individuals. For example, women of color may face compounded forms of discrimination due to the intersection of racism and sexism. Thank you for listening.